That was Helen. Okay, and I think we are live. We are live on Facebook. Hold on, waiting for it to go through here.
Oh, I'll stop dancing till you tell me.
Yeah, you can start dancing. Hold
Can
on,
I start dancing?
I'm waiting to see it over here. I think we're live. Are we live?
Are we live? I know we're all live.
Yes, I see that over there.
Get all the technology to work. Get all. Okay. It says it's now streaming live.
Yes,
so
we are live. But let me get all the technology to work, and we'll let people load on really quick. I'm going to click on it over here. We're so excited.
Yes.
Come over here and share it. Anybody out there? We hope you guys are going to be coming to join us.
That's right. Today's just a preview, though. We got more stuff coming next week. I can't believe it's next week already, Mary.
Can you believe that? I can't believe that I'm going to get to see you face to face. I'm going to pick you up at the airport.
Can I hug you?
Yes, I'm going to pick you up and like throw you in the air.
I love it.
I love it. This on my page. I can't wait. This is exciting. Okay.
I wonder, because you're going to tag me, right?
Yes, I'm going to tag you right now. So join us with Ingrid Romero. I'm just tagged you right now.
All right, cool.
And so now it's going to go to you. And then I think we got Jing is watching. What's up, Jing? All right. Well, happy Wellness Wednesday. We are so excited to see you guys today. And I've got special guest Ingrid here with us today.
Hi.
Ms. Ingrid, say hello.
Hi, everybody. So good to see you. I'm so glad you're joining us.
I'm going to go gallery. Perfect. Now I can see us both at the same time. Awesome.
Oh, perfect.
So you guys, I'm just going to quickly just introduce, well, let me just start out. Number one, we're just excited. We've got 1 week till the MF Summit. Whoop, whoop. We are going to have workouts and 3 speakers. And so yesterday we had Gwen on. She was talking about nutrition and mindset, which will be one of our speakers. And then today we have Ingrid Romero, and she's going to be sharing on overcoming obstacles. And she's going to tell you all about it. But before we get started, I'm going to tell you how I met Ingrid virtually on a DVD. So I went to body pump training, my first.
Can I just turn my camera off? Because I'm going to blush.
It was the best. So I didn't know who Ingrid was at the time, but she was our big boss for 24-hour fitness. And she led the backtrack and I had to follow her. So who knew? And this is so exciting because you just never know when you meet people or things happen that later on in time, here we are, Ingrid's going to be at my special event, but I had to learn backtrack from her for my first Les Mills release. And it kicked my butt. I didn't even know how to do a clean and press.
Oh my gosh. I can only imagine the voice you had in your head, because anytime for anyone that's gone through one of the Les Mills modules, when you get a track assigned to you, like you listen to it no less than 100 times. So, right?
I probably, if I turn it on, I'm going to hear your voice in my head and I'm going to hear all the cues of the backtrack.
You bring your best and we'll bring ours. Yes,
there you go. You probably remember your words. So Evie's on here with us too. Yay. Oh, we've got Terry Murashi.
Awesome.
Murashi. I don't want to mess up her name. And we also got Margaret. So maybe some of your friends are out here.
Awesome.
So
I just shared it to my page.
That's how I initially met you. But then when I finally got to meet you in person. So Chris picked you up. And this was a big day for us, okay? Les Mills was just being released at 24-hour fitness. So here comes Ingrid. We got a stage for her. And I just remember you just ran up and hugged me and you were so on fire, ready to team teach body pump and body combat with us. Right. It was amazing. So that was the first
one of the days. I was a child back then. It was a long time ago. I was a child.
You were a child. So, but why don't you tell us a little bit about you, Ingrid, and then you can kind of share what you're going to be doing.
You bet. Well, as the story goes, Mary gave a big chunk of, like, I think that's how I met so many people, and people that are probably part of your circle and still part of mine come out of the 24-hour time, the Les Mills time. I spent almost 10 years as a trainer for them, let alone all the time that I spent with 24. And it was such a special time in my life, just with the opportunity to meet so many amazing, inspiring, like-minded people, right? But after 24, life, by the way, for anyone that's wondering, it does go on. And that's, it does. Life goes on. After hard times, life goes on. And that's really what became the crux of my life. You know, there's just certain things that as you're going through them, you don't realize that they become like this tent pole of something you always come back to in life that you kind of hang your hat on. I kind of laugh. I said, you know, people typically, if I haven't heard from them in a while, they reach out to me for one of two reasons. They're getting divorced or they lost a job. I'm good. I'm good in that space. Apparently I'm good. I'm helpful. And that's because mine was, number one, both of those events for me were difficult, were traumatic, and somewhat public of sorts for those folks that knew me.
Yes, you
And so-
definitely, I'm going to jump in really quick.
Yeah.
So when you went through your hard time,
Uh-huh.
you shared your story.
I did.
And you know, she did it through media, because like you live in Oakland, I live in Long Beach, so I didn't get to see you, but your story. And a lot of times, you know, we don't know when we're sharing our story who we're impacting. We might not see likes or
Amen.
whatever. People do read our stuff, and I read yours, and it really impacted my life. You encouraged me so much. And as you were going through some of the hardest times in your life, you were vulnerable and shared things, and how God worked through those things, and how you got through those things, and how hard they were. And it really, really encouraged me. And I'm only one of the many that you know, helped during that time.
That was the beauty of it. You know, the beauty from Ashes story that I didn't know when I was sharing. I just was sharing, and I didn't know what was going to come of it. And some beautiful, beautiful things came from that experience of being able to encourage others. Because lo and behold, by the way, what you go through, is not unique to you. We all go through stuff.
Yeah.
And so, you know, once I left 24 and got into my own consulting and business, and just the way my career went, it definitely took a turn from the operations. And I was always kind of a fitness person, but I really got going into the people side of life. So from executive coaching to life coaching to now I work full time in human resources. And that's really what I would have never known one was going to lead to the other. But that's the work that I do now, and the stuff that's near and dear to my heart. And lo and behold, you know, one of the lessons of life is that there's this stuff in life that you get good at, but it's not necessarily what you're called to do. And sometimes the wake up call is to shake you loose from this comfort zone you've been in on the things that you're good at, but it's not your purpose.
That's so powerful.
And it's a tough, but it's a beautiful journey to the other side of that one.
I love that. I'm sure that so many of you guys that are watching out there who are coming to the event, or maybe not coming to the event, but this is a season for massive change, right?
Right.
180 changes. Like, you know, going through the last year and a half, we've either lost jobs, changed jobs, relationships shifting, people
We've moved,
moving,
right?
Yeah,
Totally.
people moving, like, right. So, so many different shifts happening. And so this, I feel like what you're going to share that day, can really help and impact people, because you weren't going through a pandemic at the time, but you went through a lot. Like your whole world got turned upside down too.
You did. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll tell more about that story
Yeah.
at the event. I'm not gonna do that today because
Yeah.
you know, I don't have enough tissue now. I don't even cry about it anymore. Because beauty has come from the other side to a large degree. But here's what I am going to talk about. And here's some of the lessons I've learned. And that's where I'm going to spend a bit of time. And resilience is a word that came about, and people came back to me and say, wow, you're resilient. I'm like, I am. And what does that even mean? And so I've really done a study on resilience and what that is, and have come to find that there's different ways of being resilient, right? There's physical resilience, which we get. You and I have that because we love to work out. And so that's our sleep, and that's our physicality, and that's our rest. And it's just taking care of our body, physical resilience. There's mental resilience around like what are toxic mindsets and what gets in my head that should not be in my head that's taken me down. Emotional resilience, social resilience, and of course, spiritual resilience. What do we do when what we've been promised, what we really feel was our future, now looks 180 degrees different from what we thought was going to happen. What does faith look like there? And is it okay to doubt? And what does wrestling with my faith look like? And where is God when he seems to be doing nothing? And what do I do with that? That spiritual resilience, which I found you can do all the other types of resilience, but we are spiritual beings and our spiritual resilience matters. And so I'll be talking about spiritual resilience in like 3 different ways. Kind of like number one, it's made up of the voice we listen to. What are we listening to? Who are we hearing? The community that we choose to be part of is hugely important. Because, and I don't want to go too deep into it, but the people I'm around are either making it better or worse for me. They're either bringing me closer to Jesus or they're not helping me, right? And then the last thing, so it's the voice we listen to, the community we're in, and the actions we choose to take as a result of these things. We all are a product of our own actions. There's no victims in the room. Yes, bad things happen to us, but we always have a choice in what we do with it. So what are the actions we're choosing to take? And so I'm going to talk a lot about that. And really hope that with the intention of encouraging us and also empowering us, empower and encourage us to kind of see where we have more control than we thought.
Yeah.
Right. And can do something different.
Yes. Because in this time, there's so many things that we cannot control, but within these moments that feel like are out of our control, we can control how we react to them and what we do.
We can draw in. And I think there's a lot more of us needing to draw in and go, wait a second. I heard a great saying, one of my favorite pastors, Andy Stanley. I'm gonna massacre it because I'm just gonna give it my take on it. So sorry, Andy. But he talks a lot, like every decision you make is creating a story that you're going to tell. So what story do you want to tell? And make your decisions accordingly, right? So if you go through your day, I'm making decisions every day. And at the end of the day, my day tells a story. Do I like the story? Is that the story I want? Is that the story I'm proud of? Or did I go a different way? And it's a gut check for me to go, am I being fully honest? Am I being transparent? Am I being kind? Am I being forgiving? Am I being humble? Am I being assertive? Am I being wise? What am I being when I make this decision? It slows me down a lot. It's good. Slowing down sometimes is good.
Yeah, I have that Bible verse that God always gives me. It's called "Be still and know."
Little Psalms 46:10, huh? Not that I've ever heard it or anything.
Yes. And actually, I'm going to share a little spiritual moment that me and Ingrid had. So I was going through a really, really dark time in my life. Hence, I reach out to Ingrid. Random. And, she's like, hi. And we talk on the phone. She helps me this is about 5 years ago, went through some crazy stuff. And we talk, we pray, we talk about a lot of things. She helps me, she calms me down. And we kind of kept in contact during that time. And then guess who was my coach for sprint? So I go to a Les Mills training and she flies in and she's my coach for sprint. This is a 30-minute hit bike class. It's amazing. Seriously, one of my favorite classes because it makes you feel like you're going to die. It's the best. I'm a physical resilient person. I need that to help me feel better. So when I was there, I was, still going through things. God brought that verse, be still and know, to me all the time. My voice went away. I couldn't talk for about 3 weeks. This was something I went through. And that be still and know was like this moment of quiet for me. It's really hard for me to be quiet. I think you guys all know that. It's also hard for me to sit still because I'm kind of wired like this. And so I had to be still.
We all know you, by the way.
Yeah, you do, right? But so that was hard to be quiet and still. I'm getting around to what my point of this conversation is, but in that, I remember one day on, I think it was on Facebook, it said, be still. And it said a description that it meant letting go.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, that's powerful. Letting go. I got to let go. Okay. God kept telling me to let go. So I go to sprint training. Ingrid's there. and we're on the last day, and we're like, just so you know, whenever you go through a Les Mills in-person training, not virtual, okay, in person, you're gonna die. And you learn a lot about mental, emotional, and physical, taking yourself to the endpoints of yourself. And it's great that Les Mills does that, because it teaches you how to be a really good coach. It teaches you to push past your barriers, mind, body, and soul. So you're on the last day. We're on the bike ride. You got to turn it up and keep turning it up. And
Challenge moment. I know right where you're going with
the
this.
challenge. We're on the challenge. We're on the bike, and it's a good song. And then the next, we have to keep turning it on and turning more weight on the bike. And I start crying on the bike because I'm actually fighting myself. Can you relate out there? Somebody out there, you're not even on the bike physically anymore. You are undergoing that mental, emotional thing that you're talking about right now with resilience, right? And I'm trying to let go of these things, and I'm like praying and writing, and Ingrid comes by, and I haven't talked to her about this, okay, in a long time. I haven't seen her in a while, and she just whispers, "Let go." And that was it. And that wasn't Ingrid, that was God. God was like, "Let go." I started bawling on the bike and went as hard and as fast as I could go on that bicycle that I've ever gone in my life. And I want to share that because, see, Ingrid and I have this really cool connection. Again, remember back to the DVD where I met her.
Mhm.
Some of you met me on a YouTube video, right? But God brought us together for more than just a workout.
That's right.
God brought you and me together so that you could be that light and help me through some difficult times. He used you as a vessel in my life because you let him, because you let your story and you let yourself go through these things, and you're able to help me too. And so that was a really emotional experience. I'll never forget that.
Well, I want to thank you, because thank you, number one, for saying it, but number two, for giving me an opportunity to share the story, because it's not that it's my story that has power. It's his work in my story. And to be honest, it's that the story is the story. It just is relatable,
Yeah.
right? It's relatable, and it's transferable. Like what he's given me to share, I think is transferable into people's lives in a meaningful and hopefully encouraging way. That's really the goal. It's kingdom work. It's about shifting work underneath the surface in the places that we don't see, so that what you see above the surface shines a little brighter.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful part. And to have been, when you, that first phone call, I got to tell you guys, by the way, so now I'm going to tell you, like, all of a sudden on Facebook Messenger one day, I get Mary Fulton, like, "Hey, can you talk?" Like, sure. We've never spoken. You need to understand the courage of this girl to do a million things. Like, now it doesn't surprise me that she starts a fitness community and she starts everything that she starts. The girl has courage, like, in her veins, because here I am, like, just like, and she just, "Yeah, can you talk?" I'm like, yeah, I've got something, and I just want to share it. Yeah, let's talk. And she shared her heart in such a beautiful way that, of course, right, that it's actually a lot of who I am. Like, I love people's stories, and I love being able to come alongside. And so many people have said to me, "Oh, you're too busy, or you must." No, I don't. Like, I always have time to hear a story. Always got time for a story. I love the stories. And so I'm hoping that next weekend I get to share my story, and then I get to hear some stories. Because it's our stories that connect us. It's the fiber, like that, like that, it's the myofascial between us, right? It's our stories that connect us, women to women, and all of that. And I'm grateful that you've created this community that we can do that in. Thank you.
God made this community. I can't take any credit for it. I'm kind of crazy and corny. I don't even know why these people follow me. So every day I'm like, what is wrong with all these crazy people? They're coming to see me. Okay, let's do this. But it's I really thank God for that moment, like you said, the moment of courage. I just was like, well, nobody's doing anything. Hey, out there, do you want to work out with me? So,
Yep.
but see, it takes that willingness too. And for you on your part, that willingness to answer my message, to take some time to talk with me. And I know that all of our ladies that are going to be at our event are going to love getting to meet you and hear your story. And that is why, if you haven't signed up, you should sign up. We have
Right.
so many amazing things.
Totally. So many amazing speakers. And so it's next Friday. It starts Friday the 22nd, goes through,
Sunday.
it
Yes.
goes through Sunday. I'm speaking Saturday afternoon.
That's the
And you've
big
got-
day.
That's the big day. But it is, so location, it's down in Long Beach. I'm flying to Long Beach. That's where I'm flying. I'm flying
I'm
to Long
picking her
Beach.
up at the airport.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
gonna play Written in the Stars. Written in the stars.
unless, of course, here's the thing, here's a caveat. If there's a couple folks from the Bay Area that want to come, I'll cancel the flight and I'll carpool us down there.
Right? Hey,
Right.
that's fun too, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
we want to invite you guys too, like, just so you know, anybody that is Ingrid's friend and wants to be there, you guys get a special discount. Okay. So if you guys want to come, we either have virtual or in person. So if you can't get out of Oakland, or you're in California, you're in Long Beach because you know Ingrid, you can get the special discount too. It is a 3-day event. If you want the whole thing, Friday night at my house, we're having like meet and greet in the garage, we're having a little party.
Which,
And
by
then-
the way, I just got to back up for anyone that doesn't know, the garage is the gym.
the
It
garage
used to be her laundry room. Just
Yeah.
FYI.
and a junk collector. If you go back to my first video, you'll see all the junk. And I was like,
Oh, great.
pay no attention to the stuff in the back and just watch me and we're gonna exercise. But
So fun.
and then that's going to be a fun night. But then Saturday is the big event where we are going to have all 3 speakers. So it's going to be Candace, and then it's going to be Gwen and Ingrid. We get a 2-hour workout. We get brunch and all of our fun vendors that are going to be there. We got Arbonne.
You've lined up quite a thing here.
Yeah.
You've lined up quite an
Yes.
event.
And I'm urging people, like, please don't miss this because you're going to be sad. You're going to get FOMO. I don't want you to get
FOMO.
FOMO.
You don't want FOMO.
No FOMO. And then Sunday, if you guys end up, wanting to do the whole thing, Sunday is going to be at the beach. We're going to do a little beach and brunch, and I'm going to share that day. And so we have a lot lined up, but the big event where Ingrid's going to be is going to be Saturday. So if you can come out, we would love to have you. So message Ingrid. If you
Message
know
me
her,
directly.
and then
No.
she can message me, and I will send you the code and the website and everything to her, so she can, it's maryfultonfit.shop, but I want to give you the code if you know Ingrid. So we can do that for you guys. And you can do the virtual option and also get a discount. And with the virtual option, you'll get to go live, but guess what? You can watch it as many times. You can watch Ingrid and rewind and just like write notes again, rewind and watch her over and over again. And you get the workout. So it's going to be fun. And the workout won't be in the garage. It'll be outside. It's so pretty. We're going to be outside in this really beautiful venue. So I'm excited for that piece. Do we have
Smile.
any
I'm
questions?
taking a picture of us. Smile.
Oh,
Thank you. Okay.
perfect. And we do, it says, oh, here, Evie says, yes, I've had that moment when the trainer looks at me and says, I see you, girl. We are all with you. Oh, she's reflecting back on when I said, let go.
Yeah.
And Evie says she's really excited
Oh, good.
to come
Good.
out. And yeah, so I mean, call to action is
Come. Sign
Come.
up.
yes. This was created with the mind of mind, body, soul. So this isn't just come, work out, leave. This is community. Let's grow. When you go to a conference and you like leave and you're like, I'm ready to like make new changes in my life. This is what this is about. And I want you to feel, like Ingrid said, empowered, strong, and ready to take on, the next challenges and part of your journey. So
Absolutely.
yeah. Any last words from you, Ingrid, that you want to say to them before we log off?
I just want to encourage you guys that now more than ever is a time to invest in yourself. You hear all the sayings, you can't pour out of an empty cup. You can't do all that stuff. You got to put on your oxygen mask first. We've all heard those things, and they're not just things. They're not just, platitudes. They're actual real truths that are really true. And so even if it's virtual, take some time to invest in yourself. But especially come, if you can, live and invest in community of like-minded people. I'm going to talk quite a bit about that on Saturday afternoon, how important this community that we surround ourselves is in terms of our growth and our development and our healing. And the last thing I want to tell you is that this is a time where many of us might label ourselves as feeling broken, and no one's broken. We're healing, right? And I want to encourage you guys to just think about where you're headed and use that. There's so many different labels out there right now, and the labels can be super, super limiting when we try and fit into a label of some sort. But the real truth of the matter is mental health matters, self-care matters. You got to take good care of yourself, and you can't rely on anyone else to pick up some of those pieces. Moms, workers, daughters, wives, single, like, it doesn't matter. We're exhausted. We are an exhausted group of individuals that need support. So don't shy away from that. And I will tell you that the enemy will try to keep you away from the community you're supposed to be in. Identify that and break away and be in community anyway. And if you feel like there's just this thing pulling you away, it's probably not positive. And that's more of a sign to break away, and that this might be something you actually need to get some good footing or to take the next steps, right? It's either to put some good ground under your feet, or maybe you've got some good ground, but you need to take some next steps. And so get in the community that's going to encourage you and support you and link arms with you as you do that.
I love that. Thank you so much for saying that. So powerful. And I couldn't have said it better. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking time today out of your day and taking time away from your family. Can you tell your hubby and your kids, like, thank you for sharing you with all of these beautiful people, and that I get to kidnap you too. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Thanks,
Yay.
Mary.
So you guys mark your calendars. Again, it's October 23rd, the big day. But if you guys are interested, send Ingrid a message right now, or me, like right away. Just be like, I'm interested. And that's the first step. And then
we'll get you the info.
Yeah. So take that first step, invest in yourself today. Remember that community helps. And this might be the moment. Perhaps this is a moment. You never know. So, but you won't know unless you send the instant message, just like I sent it to Ingrid. So you guys, thank you so much. And thank you, Ingrid. God bless your day. Oh, we have to do the chant. So I'll show you. So I always say stronger together, and then we say mind, and then we go body and soul, because that's my brand. So we're going to do it together. So I'm going to say stronger together. So stronger together,
mind,
body and soul. Yeah. Yes, the soul train. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the soul train. Little dances.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I can't
Really
wait. Okay. God bless your day, you guys. If you need anything, let us know. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye, Ingrid. Have an amazing
day. Bye, Mary.
Day. Bye. I'm gonna try to find the end button here. It's going. Bye.
Bye.